Good evening. I'd like to call to order the inaugural meeting of the Anmore Council for Tuesday, November 1st, 2022 at 7 p.m. It is now 7:15. So first order of business would be to administer the oaths of office to Mayor-elect and Council-elect. So I'll call Mayor-elect and Council-elect up to the podium one at a time. First, Mayor-elect McEwen. So if you can repeat after me, or you can just read it out yourself, whichever you prefer, and then we'll help you sign it.
Okay. I, John McEwen, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of Mayor for the Village of Anmore, to which I have been elected. I've complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office. I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the Community Charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I will be respectful of others. I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration. I will perform these duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Thank you. So I can just have you sign above your name.
Perfect. Good.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Councillor Cryer.
Anytime?
Go ahead.
All right. I, Polly Creer, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of Councillor for the Village of Anmore, to which I have been elected. I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office. I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the Community Charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I will be respectful of others. I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration. I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Thank you. So you can just sign above your name. Gladly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor-elect Richardson. Go ahead.
I, Douglas Richardson, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of council for the Village of Anmore, to which I have been elected. I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office. I will abide by the rules related to conflicts of interest under the Community Charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I will be respectful of others. I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration. I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Thank you. Sign above your name. Councillor-elect Wevering.
I, Paul Wevering, do solemnly affirm that I am qualified to hold the office of Councillor for the Village of Anmore, to which I have been elected. I have complied with the provisions of the Local Government Act in relation to my election to this office. I will abide by all rules related to conflicts of interest under the Community Charter. I will carry out my duties with integrity. I will be accountable for the decisions that I make and the actions that I take in the course of my duties. I will be respectful of others. I will demonstrate leadership and collaboration. I will perform the duties of my office in accordance with the law.
Okay, you can just sign above your name, please.
There you go.
Thank you. thank you. So as all members of council present have been sworn into office, I will turn the chair over to Mayor McEwen for the next item, number 3, which would be approval of the agenda.
Good. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention Councillor Trowbridge is down in the United States, wasn't able to make it back, so we will be affirming him, I think, next Tuesday, is it, or?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
upon his return.
Okay, approval of the agenda. The recommendation would read.
That the agenda be approved as circulated.
Can I get someone to move that? Moved, seconded. Any discussion? See none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carried unanimously. Okay, inaugural address, Mayor McEwen. Okay, I'll keep it very brief. I just want everybody to know I appreciate the opportunity to serve another term as mayor. It's an incredible honor. I look forward to getting great things done in this, with this council and all the committees that support councils. I also just wanted to comment on the appreciation I have for the staff that we have in the village here and the consultants being Mr. Boyd, Ms. Nicholson, who help us on so many things. Our staff is really what makes this such an amazing place to live. And they also make our work on council so much more easier. There's exciting times ahead for our new village. We have a new village hub that's going to be opening in the spring or in the next summer. And it's going to give a great opportunity to provide an opportunity to bring the community back together in regards to having more social events. I'd really like to extend a very special thank you to my family and for supporting me on this journey, and especially my wife, Carrie, for always being there with a listening ear. So I just wanted to thank everybody, and I really look forward to working with council. We've got a lot of great things ahead of us. Thank you. I'll now move on to Councillor's address. So I guess we'll go alphabetical with Councillor Cryer.
Thank you, Mayor McEwen. Ooh, they are working. All right, I'm back. I also want to tell you that I am thrilled to be sitting at this table again. Very pleased to be working under the leadership of Mayor McEwen. Happy to have Councillor Weverink back and healthy, and looking forward to working with Councillor Richardson for the next 4 years. And I do miss my sidekick, Councillor Trowbridge, but he will be back. We are going to have a very exciting 4 years. There will be a lot of difficult decisions and difficult conversations, but I'm looking forward to working through all of them for the better of the village. I too want to thank the staff. You are all amazing and bring so much to the entire village as well as to our lives by helping us. I am thankful for the support of the community that has come out tonight and is always at our side. And as always, I too would like to thank my family, specifically the husband, who is always on this journey with me and allows me to neglect him a little bit for council duties. So thank you. Thanks very much.
I'll now move on to Councillor Richardson.
I also greatly appreciate this opportunity to represent the residents of Anmore. For me, it's a privilege and an honor. With that said, I'm a bit disappointed by the election itself and that we didn't have more candidates for councillor. I say that because there's a chance for people to raise their voices and to give a mandate, and we didn't have that opportunity. Specific to that, I want to give a thank you to Mario for actually running and making us have an election. I think it takes a great deal of effort to do so, and I think that should be appreciated and applauded. Without a mandate, it makes things a little bit harder moving forward, so I think there has to be more communication and more discussion with the residents in order to figure out the direction. It's my belief the next 4 years are actually going to be quite critical in Anmore's future, and my goal in that is to be a practical, thoughtful, and a respected member of council. I anticipate it being a very fascinating journey, because I think this is a big change for Anmore coming. And really, I look forward to the challenge, so thank you.
Good. Thank you. I'll now move on to Councillor Weverink.
First of all, thank you for attending our inauguration. It's nice to see so many people here. I'm honored to be here representing Anmore residents for a third term, and I congratulate all of my fellow councillors for their acclamation. I would also like to congratulate Mayor John McEwen for his landslide victory in the race for mayor. My deepest respect to Mario Piemonte for putting his name forward. I've always said that if you are not happy with your local government, work to get someone that you feel represents you elected. Put your name forward to bring about the change you feel needs to happen. Mario did that, and he was the only one. If I look back at the last 3 elections for mayor, if I could simplify the issues that were prevalent during each of those elections, it seems that it was always about progress versus staying in the past. Mayor McEwen has always represented to me cautious progress, but progress nonetheless. I think Anmore has come a long way in the days since the Anmore concept was drafted. Our population has grown and changed over the last 35 years. We've all seen it. I feel that the last 2 councils under John's leadership have been respectful of this evolution in wants, needs, and values, if you will. It is not what everyone wants to hear, I'm sure, but we will never please everybody. The election results confirm to me that the council is on the right path, and we seem to be satisfying the majority. And realistically, that's all we can ever hope to do. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to appointment of regional district directors. Ms. Elric, the blank there, is that, are we just repeating before for the alternate, or?
So there is a recommendation to appoint Mayor McEwen as director, and then we would also need an alternate as one of the councillors. So if you would like to bring forward an alternate, then we can move ahead with that recommendation.
You put my name forward.
Okay, Councillor Weberink then, I guess? Okay.
So then the recommendation would be that council appoint Mayor John McEwen as director to the Metro Vancouver Regional District Board of Directors, and that Councillor Weberink be appointed as alternate director.
Could I get someone to move that? Moved, seconded. All those in favor? Opposed, carried unanimously. Appointment of the Sasamat Volunteer Fire Department Board of Trustee, the recommendation would read.
The council appoint Mayor John McEwen, Councillor Kim Trowbridge, and Councillor Paul Weberink as trustees of the Sasamat Volunteer Fire Department Board.
Someone to move that? Moved, seconded. Any discussion? See none, all those in favor? Opposed, carried unanimously. Motion to adjourn. Moved, seconded. All those in favor? Carried unanimously. Thank you everyone for coming out for our inaugural meeting.